Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, here to bring you the stories shaping the financial world and guiding your journey to smarter business decisions. Let's dive into the top headlines. Chief Executive Officer of Boss Furniture, Omar Azan, says the Jamaican economy is in the worst position it has ever been and has blamed poor economic policies for the country's stagnant growth. Speaking Monday to Power 106, Mr. Azan stated, "Everything is going to start going haywire. And I'm going to tell you something, the government better call election quickly because the balloon is about to blow. The economy is in the worst position that I've ever seen it in my 30-odd years of business. The buying power is the weakest. Remittances are down. Tourism is struggling. Everything is struggling. And what are we doing? We're doing things to stifle the economy with our monetary policies coming from the Bank of Jamaica and the Ministry of Finance," Mr. Azan stated. Following a further reduction in the policy rate last week from 6% to 5.75%, Bank of Jamaica Governor Richard Biles and Finance Minister Favour Williams urged commercial banks to follow suit. And in its latest report on the Jamaica economy last week, the Planning Institute of Jamaica said the country grew by 0.8% in the March 2025 quarter, marking its exit from a technical recession. Finance Minister Favour Williams believes that the Bank of Jamaica and the Ministry of Finance can influence the financial institutions to reduce lending rates offered to the public. You recall rates were at a low, way low, 0.25%. They moved all the way up from about 7%, and they have been coming down now. This is a very strong signal that the Bank of Jamaica is sending now with the reduction in overnight rate to banks. And I believe that as rates continue to move down, we will begin to see banks respond, she asserted. Minister Williams was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing on Thursday. The BOJ lowered the cost of short-term borrowing by 25 basis points from 6 to 5.75%, which took effect Wednesday. Commercial banks have been slow to respond to the rate cuts, which has prompted calls for the Ministry of Finance to intervene. For the trading period ending May 26, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. Microfinance lender Dollar Financial Services Limited with 175,800,375 units traded, representing 92.64% of market sales volume. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 4,255,460 units traded, representing 2.24% of market sales volume. Investment firm Sagicor Select Funds Limited Financial with 1,432,919 units traded, representing 0.76% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rate set by the Bank of Jamaica. On May 26, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $43.12 billion was purchased and US $43.35 million was sold to Forex traders. Forex traders earned $2.96 per dollar, selling the US at $160.23 and buying the US at $157.54. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders $7.10 per transaction, with selling at $116.82 and buying at $109.72. The British pound yielded Forex traders $9.08 in profits, with selling at $216.45 and buying at $207.37. For our credit report tip of the day, If you've been taught that credit is only for emergencies or that it's dangerous to use, it's time to shift your mindset. Credit isn't the enemy, it's a tool. And when used strategically, your credit score becomes a passport to property ownership, passive income, and long-term wealth. In fact, your credit can help you do what many people believe is impossible. You can buy real estate with little to no cash out of pocket. So here are some ideas. First, you can use business credit to purchase under a limited liability company. So you can start building your business credit so that you can fund investments outside of your personal name. You can also look into what we call portfolio lenders. So smaller banks may fund you with more flexible terms based on your credit worthiness. If you're building something from nothing and you're moving from financial recovery to financial resilience, for professional women over the age of 45, this season of life isn't about slowing down. It's about leaning into wisdom, setting bold financial goals, and leading with purpose. Whether you're raising children, supporting adult kids, caring for aging parents, or navigating all three while managing a business or career, you understand that managing money well isn't optional, it's essential. This is the age where clarity meets confidence, and your financial choices shape not only just your future, but your family's too. So here's some ideas. Use financial planning tools such as wisefy.com to align income with long-term family goals. You can also automate savings and investments to build consistency. And another idea is to create a separate account for caregiving expenses. And this would include your kids or your aging parents. And that wraps up today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, reminding you that every financial decision is a step toward your future. Until next time, stay focused, stay informed, and keep striving for success. See you soon.